Hello, lovelies. I'm close to the screen because I really want to see your divine essence. I want to look into your eyes and see your soul. If this is your first time watching me, then that was not a good first impression. But immediately, sevens and ones could be significant. You could be seeing 777, 717, or just 17. 11-7 is coming through, 711. 7-1s are very significant. You could be a life path 7 or a life path 1. You don't have to be. You could be born on, the 17th or 11th or the 1st. Okay. Anyways, there has been a strong message that's been coming through over the past couple of days. And I keep hearing, let me move this closer. You are not the sum of what broke you. And I want to further that and say you're not the sum of what broke you down. Because I don't think you were ever truly broken, but you have been broken down in a sense. And you've had to rebuild yourself. I'm hearing you've had to collect or recollect your sovereignty, your strength. And now they want me to get into fragments of the soul. So, parts of your soul had been broken off, so to speak, throughout all of time and space. And I know that's a very vast and woo-woo concept, but I'm going to explain it in a way that makes sense. But I feel like you guys are pretty spiritually advanced. I feel like you're going to know what I'm talking about. So these parts of your soul weren't necessarily broken off. It's not that they were separated from you. It's that they were fragmented because you hadn't accepted them. You hadn't accepted certain parts of yourself. And so those parts of yourself were suppressed. And I'm getting that this is throughout lifetimes. And right now, you are recollecting your sovereignty. That's the term that they're using. Recollecting your sovereignty. You're recognizing that there's nothing truly wrong with you. And that it's okay to accept yourself. You're coming into this state of peace. And it was hard earned. It was very hard earned. But I'm getting in past lifetimes, you couldn't be all of yourself. You couldn't truly express the fullness of your soul. And so you repressed certain parts of yourself to survive. I'm even hearing not be killed. The witch trials is really coming through. I feel like you were also alive during a time where there were multiple kingdoms, so to speak, where kings and queens ruled. And I'm getting this energy of falling in line. So you could resonate as being someone who was a people pleaser or someone that didn't really... I'm getting two energies. So some of you guys could be the people that didn't really challenge authority and you just stuck to the rules. Others of you guys, you could be someone who really challenged authority to the point to where it got you in trouble. Ending up in jail is coming through. You could have been to jail a few times. No judgment here. But I just like sitting in this energy because I really feel your peace. You really come into a place, and that doesn't mean you don't have chaos in your reality, or you aren't still going through some things or working through some things within. But there is this grounded sense of identity that you're beginning to inhabit. I'm hearing you've stopped caring what people think. You've stopped like rewriting the story, and I'm seeing like someone writing over words that they've already written. You stopped altering yourself to prove a point or to be validated or to be safe, or for your life to make sense, or for you to make sense to other people. You're reclaiming aspects of yourself and you're integrating them at this time, and you're grounding into a solid sense of identity that you haven't really had the chance to experience before. I'm hearing that you could be feeling on top of the world right now. I'm also seeing ice cream. You could also be inhabiting your body in a way that you haven't before. I'm getting like talking slower, walking slower, eating slower, really becoming more in touch with your sensuality. I saw this video too on TikTok. They're bringing it up, so I feel like it's significant. But this woman was talking about sensuality and how a lot of people perform sensuality nowadays, and they've made it an aesthetic, like, you know, taking a picture of their wine and their bubble bath, or, you know, their silk dress, or just making it out to be like a performance. And you're actually inhabiting your body in a way at this time that is really connected to your sensuality. Like, you're really in touch with your sensuality right now. Even if you're a man, I feel like you're slowing down, and it's going to be different how men experience sensuality than it is for women. But being sensual is really just about being grounded in your identity and in presence so much that you're able to, you know, feel and taste and really absorb your environment, and how you really taking time to sit with how you feel, and especially when it comes to when you're touching something or when you're listening to music, or you're just really inhabiting your space and like absorbing everything, right? And so you're really slowing down and you're making peace with where you are in your life right now, who you've been, who you are, and where you're going. There's also something coming through about you realizing that your next level might not be exactly what you thought it was going to be. And I'm hearing the word catastrophic. So you could have thought that change was going to feel, this is actually a good thing, because I feel like you thought change was going to be like very catastrophic and like hard to adjust to, and like maybe bad things had to happen before good things can happen. And the peace that you're feeling right now is actually how you're going to feel when changes do start to happen. Because you've integrated more of your soul. And because you've done that, you're more connected to like your next identity. Because, you know, on this healing journey, on the spiritual journey, you're rediscovering parts of yourself. It's like you've always been there, but it's been under layers, right, of conditioning and trauma. And so you've been having to peel back those layers, right? And so as you're reclaiming those parts of yourself, you're able to recognize that you're already who you've always wanted to be. It's like you're pulling parts of your higher self into your present body, if this makes sense, into your present body, into your present reality, and like you're grounded in that. And so you're like, I actually have everything that I need. And because you recognize, excuse me, because you recognize that you have everything you need, you're not grasping anymore. Like, you're not trying to figure it out, or you're not trying to be somebody, you're not trying to achieve something. You're just grounded in presence, and in that presence you found peace. You've found peace in the becoming is coming through. And that sounds kind of contradictory because we're talking about how, you know, you're pulling parts of your future self into your reality now. And so you're already in that space. It's like you don't really have to become because it's already, but we're constantly becoming, you know. Who we are today might not be who we are in a week. And you found peace within that. And I'm really getting this very, I'm seeing Snow White. She actually came up in conversation today too. That could be significant. Snow White could be significant. Okay, so my manager today was, I was singing to myself and he was like, whistle while you work. And I had forgotten where that came from. He was like, you don't know where that came from? And then he told me it was Snow White. And I was like, oh yeah, I knew that. But yeah, that's like what's coming through, whistle while you work. You're really just, I'm just getting that you don't need anything. Like, you're recognizing that everything you need is within you. Like, the parts that the things that you were looking for outside of yourself, you're recognizing like they're already within you. And you feel this sense of peace. It's like, if I want joy, I can experience joy. And you're pulling that like soul fragment, or you're like uncovering that fragmented part of yourself, the part of you that believes that you couldn't experience joy until something outside of you happened, until you achieved, or until you got to a certain place. You're like, I'm seeing like something like broken and like it sewing back together, or coming back together like this. And so it's like you're recovering these fragments. You're recovering them. You're putting them back together. You're recognizing that it's already there. Like, it's already within you. You are not these broken parts of yourself. You don't have to stay in a certain energy, or you don't have to grasp for something outside of you. Like, it's already here. If you want to experience joy, you can experience joy. If you want to feel successful, you can find ways to feel success now. You can be consistent. You can show up for yourself every single day. You can do the things that you love on a daily basis. That is success. You're recognizing that if you're unhappy with something, then you can begin to start making small little changes now. You don't have to wait. You can start implementing those things now. It's like, I'm seeing the Seven of Cups from the tarot. And I'm hearing it's all an illusion. Like, you thought, I feel like you're going through another awakening at this time. But this awakening has more to do with your identity. There's this very healing energy right now. And that's not to say everything is perfect. You could still be struggling with certain emotions. You could be purging. Anger has been an emotion that's been coming up for me. So you could still be feeling a little bit of inner turmoil. You could still be working through things here and there, but it's not consuming. You're very disconnected from these more consuming parts of, like, these extremes that you would go into. You were operating in extremes, and I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So it was it was like this imbalanced energy, to where if something bad would happen, you would swing to that but this is coming through, like, you would swing to that fragmented part of yourself. It's like, we can really think about the fragments as like the shadow part of yourself, right? So you would swing on this pendulum to this very like negative part of yourself, like the shadow aspect of yourself. And now it's like you were thinking that you were your shadow when you would merge with it, or when it would come up. You were thinking that was you, and now you've separated yourself from it. And it's not like, sometimes you could still get lost in it. Like, it's not to say that everything is perfect, you know, right now. but you've reached a point on your journey where you can begin to separate yourself from it, right? And so right now, it's like you're recovering. I love this message. I'm really proud of you and I'm really happy for you. But you're recovering the shadowed or fragmented parts of yourself by recognizing that this fragment is not you. Is this making sense? Have I contradicted myself throughout this? I don't think I have. I think it's like different aspects. It's like me talking about the same thing but from different like aspects. But yeah, you're realizing that you are not what broke you. You were so much more than that. You're beyond that. Like you're recognizing, I'm hearing like the power of your consciousness. Also the power of like where you focus your energy, and like you decided to not focus on the fragments. You decided to reclaim those fragmented parts of yourself, and like you're an alchemist. Like you've been alchemizing this into what, like, okay, for example, let's say a fragmented part of you is being feeling misunderstood. So when you feel misunderstood, you recognize it and then you separate from it. And then you're like, actually, I'm reclaiming this part of me. So you reclaim this part of me and you're like, actually, me being misunderstood is okay because it means I'm being authentic. And so you reclaim and repossess this part of you and you ground it. Because you're realizing that isn't you. You're a powerful ass being. You're powerful. Okay, I need you to know that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If you're new here, one of my favorite memes is the turtle with the hands and like the long nails, and it's like, okay. I think it's like a stem for me now. Like, it's okay. It's okay. 1717 on my clock. What did I say about sevens and ones, y'all? I feel like you're very connected to sevens and ones. I've been seeing sevens and ones a lot lately too. I think I feel most connected to sevens actually, which is, I thought I would feel more connected to threes because 3 is my life path number. And also, I was born August 18th. So like I was born 8/18/2002. And so I thought, well, why am I so connected to sevens? And that isn't even a number that like is in my, I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. I think it's because I'm a knowledge seeker, and 7 really has to do with seeking knowledge, especially like because the 7th house is like the ruler of relationships and partnerships. And so that could be significant. I just realized you could have a lot of placements in your 1st house or 7th house as well. But 7 is connected to partnerships and relationships, right? And oftentimes we lose ourselves due to other people. So oftentimes when our soul is fragmented, it's due to experiences with other people, right? Like what I said with being misunderstood. Full circle moment. That could be why you're feeling connected to 7s right now and 1s. Oh my God. Y'all, I just got chills because my light just flickered. I'm pretty sure my light just flickered. Confirmation. You're regaining the fragments of yourself because, you know, the 1st house and the 7th house are opposite. Dude, the eclipse was transit my 7th house. This message is so for me. The freak is happening? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm getting off topic. The 7th house and the 1st house are on opposite axes. They're opposite. And 7th house is like the other, the 1st house is the self. And so if you're seeing lots of 1s and 7s, it's like you're reclaiming 1st house, your identity, by reclaiming the fragmented parts of yourself, the fragmented parts of yourself, the shadow aspects of yourself that were lost due to the 7th house, people, right? Because oftentimes our most traumatic experiences obviously are coming from other people. And so you're reclaiming and you're healing. I think you should really, this is coming through, look to see where if you haven't yet, look to see where the Virgo eclipse was transit, where that what house it was transit in your chart. And you can do that by going to astroseek.com and going to transit chart and putting in your information. And the eclipse was on the 3rd. So, and just look at your 7th, well, look to see where Virgo is so you can see what house it's in your chart. But yeah. Okay, anything else? Something about micromanaging other people's emotions just came through as well. So I feel like you're also recognizing that you only have control over you. I feel like you could have also been someone who had more emotional intelligence than the people around you, and that could have felt very burdensome, like to see other people and to be able to, you know, regulate yourself and show up in relationship in a strong way and not have people reflect that to you. You're done people pleasing. You're done losing yourself to other people. You're done trying to help other people that don't want to be helped. You could definitely have Libra in your chart somewhere. I'm hearing you're coming back home to yourself. Also just heard the alien within. You could have an Aquarius placement, like a strong Aquarius placement. For those that, I don't think I've ever shared my big 3 on here, but I'm a Leo sun, Capricorn moon, and I'm an Aquarius rising with my Uranus and Aquarius in the 1st house. So I'm like double Aquarius. That might be my favorite placement. I love that my Uranus is in the 1st house. But okay. Anything else, Spirit? I'm seeing a lawnmower. I'm seeing a lawnmower. Why am I seeing a lawnmower? That could be significant for someone. Someone could have just cut their grass or is about to cut their grass or... Got a little hot, needed some air on my neck. So when you're just bought new makeup, makeup is coming through. You could be into makeup, be a makeup artist. What is that? Or is that my eyelash? Do you want to have a staring contest and just stare into each other's eyes? Let me stop. Okay. The witching hour could be significant. You could be waking up around 3 o'clock. That's a sign that things are about to shift for you in some way. That just came through. I'm also hearing that you believe in yourself in a way that you haven't before. Because you're seeing like your strength, like in real time. How you're able to alchemize. You've really been alchemizing. This message is about alchemy. For real, for real. I'm also hearing you're parting ways with an old version of you. I'm seeing the death card in my mind's eye. And the world. Wow, the death and the world. And not only are you leaving an old version of yourself behind, but you're closing out an entire cycle that had to do with an old version of yourself. Because you know we can go through these cycles where we're like going deeper into another aspect of ourselves and it's still within the same like cycle, right? And I feel like that kind of shows through your reality, because usually when you're in like the same cycle, you're still, you know, in the same relationships, or you're in the same career, or you're living in the same place. And so you could let go of versions of yourself, but still be operating within the same cycle. You've completely closed out a cycle that had to do with your old self. And you're like so new. I'm seeing the Princess Protection Program, the Disney movie with Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. That could be significant. Oh, I love that. Okay, so they're showing me Demi Lovato, her character in the movie. I forgot her name, but she's the princess, right? And she's kind of sheltered, and she's used to people like doing things for her, and when she goes into the protection program, she has to learn basically how to like be a like, how do I say this? She has to be like a normal human. That's the easiest way to describe it. She has to learn to be like a normal human. And it's like on this journey she becomes more whole, right? Like at the beginning of the movie, she doesn't even know how to eat a proper hamburger, or like a normal person. She like tries to like cut it up, and Selena, because again I forgot her name in the movie, she's like, no, you eat it like this, and like she busts her mouth, she gets ketchup and everything all over her mouth. But I feel like that's significant. Like her story arc could really resonate with you. Not exactly, but just kind of how it's like she was fragmented in a way. Like she had only lived her life in a very specific way, and then Selena showed her how to live it more fully. Like she got to be a little bit more messy. She got to experience what it was like to actually be like a regular teenager. And so everything just, she became more whole at the end of the movie, you know, more life became a little bit more easeful for her, and it was easier for her to connect with, you know, regular people. So this journey has been about you being able to, that's another thing. It's like you're going to be able to connect with people in ways that you weren't able to before, because of how you were living your life, because you were a more fragmented version of you, and now you've integrated and reclaimed those fragments. It's like now you're more whole, you're more connected to your soul, and so you're going to attract people that are more connected to your soul essence. I'm seeing the Three of Cups in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing the Three of Pentacles. Excuse me. If you guys haven't noticed yet, I have acid reflux, so when I do that, when I'm like and like sucking in, I actually think I need to get off those pills, because I've been on omeprazole for like years and years and years, and I don't think it's good for me. I think that's why I keep doing that. I can feel like buildup in like my throat and everything. I really want to go to a healer and get like my throat chakra like healed and get like Reiki done and everything, because my throat chakra is the most blocked. And so I think that's why I have acid reflux. It's like a physical manifestation of that, and so I really want to get that healed. And if energy work doesn't help, then I think I want to go and get like a surgery done. But yeah, when I'm doing that, that's what it is. It's actually very terrible. If I eat too much stuff, or eat too much food, or drink too much drink that has acid in it, I will like, and don't take my meds, I will break out with like ulcers all inside my mouth, and it'll be very hard for me to eat. It's very, very bad. But I don't know why I shared that, but someone here could also be a tarot reader or wants to read tarot. Someone here could be thinking about going back to school or is in school. Okay, they're telling me that is the message. But you guys know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do, you guys? Do you guys know me by now? I want to pull a card. Okay. I know what deck I want to pull from too. Wait, do I want to pull from this? Yeah. The Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. I just feel called to pull from this deck. I'm only gonna get a couple cards. I'm not even gonna do that, because I love to say that and then pull like 50 cards, because I like look at another deck. I'm like, actually I want to pull from that too. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. I'm clumsy. Thank you guys so much for being here, by the way. I really appreciate you, and I'm very grateful for you. Spiritual strength. Let spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. I conquer obstacles. Wow. Let spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. I conquer obstacles. Spiritual strength. I was talking about that at the beginning, about how strong you are and how you've been strengthening. I like this deck. It's simple, but is it all of them? Okay, we got 3 cards, so we're going to call that the reading. Cross of faith. Balance effort with trust, intention with surrender. I make my dreams real. Then we have power to attract. When you connect to spirit, all you need is drawn to you. I keep myself in flow. I don't really feel called to like go into these. These are just like, oh, these are confirmations for you. So I'm just gonna, as I get to the last card, sacred alchemy. Let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. I am aligned with spearmint. You are an alchemist. 3111 on my timestamp, and then I just saw 3113. Sacred alchemy. Let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. Dude, you're a freaking alchemist. Spell books could be significant. Or grimoires. Grimoires. You could be doing spell work, candle work. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I also appreciate your comments as well. I really want to take the time to thank you because why am I having a throat chakra blockage with this? Because you being here encourages me to continue to show up, especially if I know like that my readings are making you feel seen and like giving you confirmation and validating you. It just makes me feel so good to know that these messages are resonating, especially because I am still getting used to trusting my intuition, and this is new for me, and I'm on this journey just like you guys are, and I'm still learning how I want to show up and how I want to do this. So I appreciate you for being here with me during the beginning stages. And just taking the time to listen. I love you so much, and thank you. See you in the next video.